Welcome to my second video on Tableau, and today we'll be looking at how we can connect to a data source. We'll look at connecting to a data source. Tableau gives us the flexibility of connecting to different data sources, and we're going to see that today. In the previous video, we walked through the process of installation. We walked through the process of installing Tableau, right? So let's see how we can connect to a data source right away. Now, if you just install Tableau here, you will not be having anything here, but as long as you start working with Tableau, you start having your recent files pinned around there. You start having your recent file pinned around there. But since it's a fresh installation, a new installation, you will not have anything on this area right here. So let's see how we can connect to a data source. Obviously, we can see from this point that it's giving us the option to connect to different data source. We have the option to connect to a Microsoft Excel file, a text file, a JSON file, Microsoft Access, PDF file, spatial file, statistical file, whole data, more. Now, if you click on more, let's just see what we have here. Alright, so we have the option to connect to a Google Drive. And we have this web data connector. Obviously, as you can see from here, it's deprecated. So the whole data is where you're allowed to connect to any data source online, as long as it has a compatibility with Tableau. So I'll click on that. Okay, so you can see where you type in the URL to the data right here. You see the where you type in the URL to data right here. And if the source you're pulling data from requires authentication, you can also do that from here. If it does not require any authentication, you can leave this place the way it is. But if it requires authentication, that means you have to check the username and password, and then you input that, right? So Tableau is so flexible that it can let you connect to different data sources and all of that. But today we'll just be looking at how we can connect to a Microsoft file and probably a text file. There's a difference between Microsoft file and a text file. Most times the common text file is a CSV file, and a CSV file simply means comma separated values file. So a comma separated value file. So we'll see how we can connect to both files from here. So what we have to do is click on Microsoft Excel, since we'll be starting with that. And then to open up your directory, it's going to open up your directory. So it's going to open up your directory, and we can see that I have a Microsoft Excel file here. Alright, let's see if I don't want to use that. Let's go to this place and let me just pick from here. So we can see different files here, right? So we can decide to pick any one. Let's just say this Superstore right here, and I'll click on open. Okay, there's an issue with that data source, so I'm going to pick another one, Microsoft Excel. Let me pick on the headline. All right, I'll check out the issue with that data source. Probably corrupted or something. So here's how you can connect to data source. By default, if you have more than one worksheet in the file, in the Excel file, Tableau will not automatically pick which one to use for you. But if you have only one worksheet inside the Excel file you selected, by default you have something like this. So let's assume we don't have two worksheets. You have something like this by default whenever you had a data source right away like that, and you can see your data from here. In the next video, we'll still be looking at some of the data we have here, what this does and all of this. We're taking a look at it, but not in this video. Just as I mentioned, the Simplified Tableau Guru is specific, and it is specific to a topic. It's topic specific, so you not be overwhelmed with too many things in a single video, so that you can understand the concept and get it once and for all. Alright, that's how to connect to an Excel file. You already see how you can connect to an external link, so I'll remove this from here and we'll connect to another file, a text file. Now let's just click on this same place and we'll come to text file. So now these are the text file I have. By default, if you check this place, depending on whatever you select from your Tableau interface, it will be selected by default here. the UC. So it's only, can you see all the type of text file we have? .txt, .csv, .tab, .tsv. So these are the files you can connect with. So we'll just be picking on this first one, office supplies, and I'll click on open. All right, so office. Now by default it picked the other text file that I have in there for me, but if you take a close look, this has just, of course it's not an Excel workbook, so it's just a single file. So that's why you see that by default it already puts it here for me to work with. It already puts it here for me to work with. All right, so that's how to connect your data source. In the coming videos we will look at how we can see what we have in this data source. Obviously we can see it from here. If you take a quick look, you can see all what we have inside this CSV file right here. Let me drag this up so you can see what you have there. You can scroll and all of that. But then if you come to sheet 1, that's where we have all our data, but that is not the focus of this video. I'll call this video, wrap it up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first person to be notified when a new video is dropped. The Simplified Tableau Guru is specific for you. It's going to take you from a complete beginner to an expert using Tableau, simplifying all the concepts all the way throughout your journey. Do not forget that we have a Telegram channel. I'll leave the link in the description below. Do well to join. There you meet other data scientists, data analysts, where you can share insights, collaborate on a project, read articles, and so on. See you there, and see you in the next video.